20. Save me. See, going on late night patrols around the city is so much more fun now that he can call them dates, and there was literally nothing she can do about it except for smile and nod or roll her eyes and laugh, because they kind of are. Every single night feels like a rom-com movie, or a Fantasyland, or some kind of freaking Wonderland, because how on earth did he get so lucky? It's been well over a week, and the excitement and shock still hasn't worn off. LadyNoir doubts that they ever will. He knows that he's been smiling like a total idiot for so long, and so much so that now even his friends are noticing it, even questioning it. Nino had interrogated him on what happened and if his old man finally unlocked the cage he resided in for a full 10 minutes. Honestly, he's never been that good of a liar, but Nino seemed to have bought the untruth of, I made a new friend at work, and I see them a lot more, even with father's approval. Honestly, even Natalie noticed his odd perkiness nowadays, especially during the early morning photo shoot he had when he had dark raccoon circles under his eyes, but not paired without a stupid, goofy smile. It's been a wondrous week and a half, to say the least. Did it really take dating you to get you to finally show up on time? Ladybug teases. Their new meeting place is by the statue, and he'd even made a point of marking the very middle of the ground in front of them with a heart. Sure, he has to redraw it every other night, but it makes Ladybug blush every single time in an adorable way, so he doesn't really think it's a bad thing. Gosh, I should have kissed you years ago. Yes, LadyNoir nods, because good lord, he'd show up early at a 5 a.m. patrol if it meant he got kisses and handholds, and all of the other little things he got as Ladybug's, breathe in for disbelief, boyfriend. You really should have. Why didn't you just kiss me on the first day? I would have been early to all of our meetings, he tells her. Ladybug laughs and swings his arm a little. He melts a bit at her expression. Seemed like coming on a little too strong, she admits. Shot raises an eyebrow at her. I knew I was in love with you that day when you first swung away from me at the Eiffel Tower, he says. Ladybug stares at him blankly. Okay, that is coming on strong, she says dryly. LadyNoir shrugs. He knows he's a bit overboard in the emotion department, but she doesn't seem to be too put off by it. Darn, Chat says jokingly. Huh. They walk in peaceful silence. Ladybug is scanning around the area, but every once in a while her eyes would land on him, and she'd smile in a soft way. She doesn't notice that he noticed because he turned his head every single time so she wouldn't see the lovesick smile on his face. Also because he doesn't want Ladybug to see that he's only half scanning the area. She'd totally chew him out for it. And no matter how much LadyNoir loves Ladybug, he did not love being reprimanded. He's sure that it's not just him in that category. It's a quiet night. They haven't had one of these in a long time. It is very nice, though. It feels a lot like being a regular couple, going out for a little late-night walk after supper. He feels Ladybug readjust her grip on his hand just a little, and Shot wonders if they will do this in a far future, like a real, actual couple after supper, maybe walking home to their singular house, talking about their memories about being kids. You'd like that. You'd like that a lot, indeed. Arf! The sound makes them both stop, and it's mostly because they never hear a lot of barking dogs at this time. All domestic dogs are already in their houses, sleeping soundly. Strays sleep in the dark alleyways where they can't be caught and are silent as a mouse in a fine dining restaurant. Shot turns to look at Ladybug in confusion. They exchange the same wordless, "What is that? And should we go check it out?" Look. Arf! There it is again. This time, Ladybug takes the initiative to go search for where that noise is coming from. She lets go of his hand. She lets go of him, but Chat Noir stays close by her, looking for wherever the lost dog is. Arf! It sounds a lot closer this time, and Chat hears a little jingle. The dog must have a tag, and therefore is a domestic dog. What is it doing out so late then? Arf! Ladybug gasps, and she rushes towards something. He can only assume that she's found the dog. A second later, he catches up with her, and when she looks back at him, there is a small brown dog in her arms. It's very cute, and it looks very scared. He can see it on its face. She's kneeling on the ground, though, and his eyes trail to the collar and then the leash. It's tangled up in a bush. "What are you doing out here with no owner and a leash?" Ladybug mutters to the dog. She makes a move to untangle the leash, but Chat Noir has already beaten her to it. "Where is your owner?" As she reaches for the tag, Chat Noir has just gotten about half of the leash entangled. Not only is it wrapped around the bush, it's tangled inside of it too. Like the dog tried to run around to undo the wrapping and just pulled a little too tight and got even more stuck. "Come on, Souffle, let's get you home," Ladybug mutters. It takes him nearly 5 minutes to unwrap Souffle, but when he's released, he clambers into Ladybug's lap and licks her face. Chat Noir honestly can't blame him. He too loves to cover Ladybug in little kisses. "Oh my god," she laughs, picking up the small dog and holding him in her arms. "Little Souffle got a little tied up without his owner," Chat Noir jokes, going next to Ladybug. She rolls her eyes at him but coos at the dog. "He's pretty cute. I'd give him that." "I thought you were going to be a cat person," Ladybug comments with a smile. "Well, I don't hate cats, of course." He couldn't hate his own kind or the Kwame that gave him the best 2 things in his life. "But I'd say I'm more of a dog person." Ladybug snorts. "Don't let Plague hear you say that," she says warningly. Chat Noir grins sheepishly. "Too late. He found out a long time ago. Was not happy about it, let me tell you," he says, thinking of how the Kwame refused to talk to him for a solid 4 days after he lamented to a friend his animal preferences. He had nothing against cats, it's just dogs are always easier to work with in photo shoots, and cats just tend to go off and do their own thing. Alas, Plaid refused to hear him out. "Does he have an address on the collar?" he asks. "Let me see." As it turns out, there is one, and they make their way to the house. By pure luck, it's further on their route of patrol, so they don't actually interrupt anything. When they knock on the door, a very tired-looking man opens with a sleepy hello before registering the scene in front of him. Ladybug and Chat Noir holding his dog in their arms at 11:24 at night. He shouts out, which brings an equally exhausted woman and baby in her arms to the door. The family rejoices and thanks Ladybug and Chat for finding their dog. "I'm so sorry, he must have gotten out the dog door. I always forget to lock it at night, and I guess I just got too tired and forgotten to take the leash off," the man says with an apologetic smile to his wife. "No worries," Chat laughs. Raising a kid is hard. Sometimes you just get a little sleep deprived." "Amen to that," the woman yawns before heading into the house. man thanks them again for finding and saving their dog, and even offers some cupcakes. They appreciate the kindness a lot. You know, maybe we should get a dog, Shot says teasingly, nudging Ladybug's side. She rolls her eyes at him. Sure, I'm serious.